married a girl from Philadelphia. Philadelphia has a bit of a reputation. They're known for being tough. My wife uses the word dude. That bothers me. There's a guy in bed you never want to hear. "Ooh, that feels good, dude." She's a good girl. When we got married, she took my name. Her new name now is Angelina Marie Riccadonna. That is loosely translated to meatball dago parmesan. He's Italian. When we got engaged, I did the right thing. I asked her mom first. It's the way to do it. I asked her mom. Her mom said, "Oh my God, Mark, whatever you do, don't buy a ring. Angie wants her great-grandmother's ring. It's a family heirloom from Sicily. Do not buy a ring." I'm like, hell yeah. I didn't have to buy a ring, you know? Hard part was getting 4 guys to help dig up Grandma. We're a sick group. I like it. So we are married. We have no kids. We don't have kids, but I want one. I want a son. When I have a son, I'm naming the first one after my father's father. I'm calling him Grandpa. Wouldn't that be a great name for a kid? You show up drunk to a Little League game. "Come on, Grandpa, wake up!" Oh my God, is that Benjamin Buttons in left field? I do want to name my first kid after my grandfather. My grandfather, he's an amazing man. At a very young age, he told me, "Mark, you can do anything you want with your life." And I had a teacher in high school tell me differently. She failed me senior year because I wrote a paper called The Shadow Report. Now, the Shadow Report is where you follow the person who has a job you want for the rest of your life, and you write a paper. She failed me because I followed my grandfather, and according to her, retirement isn't a job. I looked at it like this. My grandfather woke up whenever he wanted. He watched TV. He drank beer. On Friday, got a check in the mail. I want to do that shit. You really can't, Mark. There's no such job. I ran into her a year ago. She goes, "What do you do with your life?" I'm a comedian. I travel all over the world. Exotic places like Collinsville. TV, I drink beer, I get paid, so guess I won, bitch. True. I didn't get to go on my honeymoon right away because I went overseas to entertain the troops, so I didn't get to go. So what I did is we did a 1-year anniversary honeymoon, and what we did is we went to New Orleans. And I love New Orleans. It's the best city in the world, man, because you go down there and you have fun. You party. You enjoy yourself. As soon as we got down there, I told my wife, I go, "You pick anything you want, I'm in. We'll do it." She goes, "I want to get a massage." Massages are not for men. They're not, because we think massage, we think truck stop rub and tug. My wife does want to go to one of them. So we went to it, and it was a fancy place. It has a Chinese theme. It had a big, beautiful waterfall, and we walked in. Now, I don't speak Chinese. I don't. But I'm pretty sure when we walked in, the one lady looked at the other and goes, "I don't want the fat guy." We walk in, the lady hands us 2 towels. She walks us in the back, and there's 2 separate rooms. She goes, "Take all your clothes off, put your towel on, lay down." Yeah, I wasn't into that. I got issues. I'm fat. I'm hairy. I don't know if I clean properly. But I do it. I put the towel on and lay down. The lady comes in, she starts rubbing my back, and I find myself flexing wherever she's rubbing because I don't want her to know how fat I am. At the end of the massage, I was so tense I needed a massage. I also figured out while we were down there, we live in the digital age now, fellas. You will never have an ugly photograph of your woman ever again. It's every single time I took a picture, she went, wait, let me see it. Do it again. Wait, let me see. You can keep that one, but not on Facebook. That was my entire... If you get an ugly picture of your girl, then she's a mutant. So when we were down there, we had fun, we ate. Southern food is amazing. If you have the chance to have Southern food, you gotta eat. Oh, it is so good. When I went to the bathroom, I could hear my ass go. There are grown men down there that dress up in Civil War outfits, and they walk around and they shoot muskets at reenacting the Civil War. When I saw this, I just wanted to run out in the middle of the field and be like, wait! I'm from the future. I know how this shit ends. So after our honeymoon, we got on the plane, we flew back to New York. And when we landed in New York, we got right back into New York. Because the TSA decided to randomly grab us. And I don't know if you guys have gone through this process. It's a little embarrassing. If they have men on staff, they're allowed to pat you down. But if there's no women, they can't pat the women down. So they grab me, put me in a room, and I stand there. And what they make you do is you put your hands up like this, and they touch everywhere. It was great. I'm going back. And as I was doing this, and this guy, he's touching I found myself flexing. But I asked the guy, I go, well, what are you guys going to do with my wife? There's no women working. They go, oh, she's getting the x-ray. So she goes up into the x-ray tube, and you have to stand like this. And you guys seen it on the news. It's a big plastic tube, and what it does is it takes the x-ray. And there's a big controversy because they said that you might be able to see the naked parts. So my wife's in the tube, and she's flexed, she's posing. Just... And as they take the picture, she walks down the ramp and looks at the guy and goes, wait. We have a dog. I love our dog. He's a rescue dog, which sounds incredibly awesome. It sounds like Chuck Norris came in and saved him from something. What happened is we got a phone call. We got a phone call from the ASPCA in Philadelphia. They said, we found a dog in Camden, New Jersey. Do you want him? And I said, yes. Because I said, Camden, New Jersey? I'm getting a pit bull. I'm going to get a Rottweiler. It's a Shih Tzu. Named Gizmo. But he got street cred because he's from Camden. So I went down and picked up Gizmo. I brought him back. ASPCA has a rule, you have to get your dog fixed. I found out they also have a website. If you go on the website, you can find places that will do it for free. And I found a place. I live in Queens. And I found a place in Queens. It's an area called Jamaica, Queens. It's a tough part of Queens. Queens is a tough part of Queens, but Jamaica's particularly tough. They open at 6 a.m., but they say get there early, lines form. So I show up with Gizmo at 5. Jamaica, Queens. We were the only two white things. But he wasn't nervous about it. Gizmo was more worried about what was about to happen to him. So he's looking up at me like, dude. Well, he gets that from his mom. Dude, there's something you can do. And as a grown man, I had to look at my dog and go, I'm sorry, buddy. If you look in mommy's purse, you'd find my balls. The dog did not want to go through this. The nurse came out and actually had to scoop him up. She takes him in the back. So when she gets him into the back, I realize this isn't a hospital. This is a traveling van. There's no recovery room. They bring the dog straight out of surgery. So this dog is stoned out of his mind. So they knew he was my dog because we looked alike. The lady comes over, she hands me the dog. I swear to God, this is what she says to me. Don't let him climb on the furniture. Don't let him go up the steps. And if you pick him up like you would a sheep. the hell do you pick up a sheep? Who's your shepherd? Gizmo had one accident in our house. He had one. He peed on the bottom of the toilet. My wife wasn't mad. She was like, you don't even do that good. I'll leave you guys with this. I do a lot of shows with the troops and stuff. I don't know. Politically, I don't care where you stand. There's something going on that I don't like. The media keeps saying that they're comparing this generation with the generation that went through Vietnam. I don't think you can do that. I'm no expert, but I've seen enough movies in the Vietnam War to know we don't have the soundtrack. You watch a Vietnam movie, those helicopters are... You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. We did that now, the helicopter would come up sideways, you hear, wiggle, 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 wiggle. You guys have been great, thank you.